was a man who hadn't looked at himself in years. Not really. Every morning, he glanced at the mirror, just long enough to fix his appearance and leave. But he never looked into his own eyes, because somewhere deep inside, he feared what he might find there. Daniel was successful by every measure the world offered: corner office, luxury apartment, a calendar filled with meetings that made him feel important. But every night, when the city lights dimmed and silence settled around him, Daniel felt hollow, like a shell of a man performing a life that didn't belong to him. He couldn't remember the last time he'd felt proud of himself, the last time he'd whispered, "I am enough." Daniel had learned early that worth was something you earned. His father's attention came with perfect grades. His mother's smile appeared with victories. Love, he believed, was a prize awarded to those who achieved enough. And so he chased it through college, through career ladders, through relationships that crumbled because he never believed anyone could love the real him. Now, at 37, he had everything he thought he wanted and felt more worthless than ever. One November evening, after closing another big deal, after receiving praise that should have felt like triumph, Daniel sat in his apartment feeling nothing, just a dull ache that wouldn't fade. He walked to the bathroom, splashed cold water on his face, and for the first time in months, looked up. His reflection stared back at him. But it wasn't the man he expected to see. His eyes were tired. His face had aged in ways he didn't recognize. Lines told stories of sleepless nights and silent battles. He looked at himself, really looked, and whispered, "Who are you?" The question haunted him through a sleepless night. The next morning, Daniel did something he couldn't explain. He canceled his meetings for the week, packed a bag, and drove until the city disappeared behind him and the road opened into quiet countryside. Hours later, he found himself in a mountain town he'd never heard of, checking into a modest inn. "You look like you're searching for something," the elderly innkeeper said. Danielle said, "I think I am." "You'll find it here," she replied softly. "People always do." That evening, Dania followed a forest trail to a clearing. An old man sat there on a stone, carving wood with patient hands. Without looking up, he spoke. "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" They sat in silence. Finally, Daniel asked what he was making. "A mirror," the old man said, holding up a smooth wooden frame. "Not the kind that shows your face, the kind that shows your truth." The old man looked at Daniel directly. "You're carrying a weight that doesn't belong to you. Tell me, when was the last time you believed you were enough?" The question shattered something inside Daniel. His eyes stung. "Maybe never. That's the heaviest burden a person can carry," the old man said gently. "The belief that you are not enough. It colors everything. Every success feels empty. Every compliment feels false, because deep down, you don't believe you deserve any of it." Tears rolled down Daniel's cheeks. "How do I fix it?" His voice broke. The old man handed him the wooden frame. "Tonight, stand in front of a mirror and look into your eyes. Say 3 things you're grateful for about yourself. Not what you've done, not what you've achieved, but who you are." Self-worth isn't built in a day. It's built in small, honest moments where you choose to see yourself the way the universe sees. You are someone worthy of love, simply because you exist. That night, Daniel stood before the mirror. His heart pounded. It felt ridiculous, but he had come this far. He looked into his own eyes and forced the words out. "I'm kind. I try to help people when I can." Strange, but he continued. "I'm resilient. I've survived things I didn't think I could." His reflection blurred. "And I'm still here. I'm still trying." Something broke inside him. Daniel collapsed onto the bed, sobbing. Years of pain and shame poured out. He cried for the boy who never felt good enough, for the man who chased approval and never found it, for all the times he looked in the mirror and saw only flaws. But beneath the pain, Daniel felt something he hadn't felt in years. Relief. A tiny spark of hope. Over the following days, Daniel returned to that clearing. They talked about life, about failure, about the lies we tell ourselves. People spend their lives building monuments to prove their worth, the old man said. They chase titles, money, recognition. But worth isn't something you earn, it's something you already have. You were born with it, and nothing you do or fail to do can take it away. Then why does it feel so fragile? Because we forget. We forget that we are not our mistakes. We are not our failures. We are not the harsh words others spoke, or the expectations we couldn't meet. We are souls having a human experience, and every soul has infinite worth. Before Daniel left, the old man gave him the wooden frame. Let it remind you that the truest mirror isn't on the wall, it's inside you. The one that reflects not what you look like, but who you truly are. Daniel returned to the city different. Every morning, he stood before the mirror and spoke to himself with kindness. Some days it felt natural, other days impossible. But he kept going. He started saying no to what drained him. He reached out to neglected friends. He began doing things he loved, but had abandoned in his race for success. Slowly, the hollow feeling faded. Not because his life changed dramatically, because he had changed. He no longer needed the world to validate him. He validated himself. Months later, Daniel stood holding the wooden frame, looking at his reflection with a smile. Not because he was perfect, but because he was enough. Exactly as he was. And for the first time in his life, he believed it. Italiano, the truth is this: you are not the sum of your achievements. You are not defined by your failures. You are not the opinions others hold or the expectations you couldn't meet. You are a human being of infinite worth, deserving of love, kindness, and compassion, especially from yourself. The mirror will always show you what you choose to see. Choose to see your truth. Choose to see your worth. Because it's already there. It's always been there. You just have to believe it.